Sorry, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. It was a little bit flippant, that, wasn't it? I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome to Wembley Stadium for this unveiling of our new England senior men's head coach, Thomas Tuchel.
This is a really exciting day for the English game. We've appointed one of the very best coaches in the world and one of the very best young English coaches as his number 2. Our aim is always to win a major tournament, and we believe Thomas gives us the best possible chance to do that at the next Men's World Cup. We had a clear recruitment plan in place before the Euros, and John McDermott and the team developed our ideal profile for an international coach and a shortlist if we needed it. After Gareth resigned, we executed that plan. We met and evaluated potential candidates. Thomas was absolutely outstanding, providing a really clear vision for the role and how he would work with our players to get the best out of them and to give us the best chance in the World Cup. We were delighted to sign contracts with Thomas last Tuesday, but wanted to wait for the international window to be over before we announced. We're also delighted that Ant is joining us as one of the most exciting young English coaches around. Before I pass to Thomas, I'd like to thank Lee Carsley for stepping into the role for 6 matches. He's handled himself really well, and I'm sure will continue to do so. Lee will manage the team for the November international window and then return to lead the under-21s, trying to defend their European Championship title. I would also like to thank Gareth and Steve. The fact that we had such a high level of interest in this role is testament to the foundations they laid over their 8 years with us. Thomas, would you like to say a few words?
Of course, thank you, Mark, and hello to everybody. I'm, of course, obviously very excited and honored to be here today as a new head coach of England. I just had the chance to read a quote from Pelé in the building in Wembley, who said that Wembley is the heart, the capital and the cathedral of football, and I think he was absolutely right. So I want to take the opportunity to thank the FA, especially Mark and John, for their trust, and I'm very excited to start this journey in January with you, with the staff at St. George's Park and at Wembley, and of course with a very special and exciting group of players to make our dream come true in America.
Well, Thomas.
Hi.
Congratulations. It's Rob Dawson from Sky Sports. Nice to see you. Look, you've had some huge jobs in football already.
Yeah.
Is this your biggest challenge? And with that in mind, would it be your biggest achievement if you led England to a major title?
I understood very quickly that it's a big job. I think it's always the job you're in is the biggest job that you don't get, and it does not make a lot of sense to compare. But it feels big, and it feels, like I said, like a privilege. It is very new because I come from club football, so the rhythm, the responsibility, the role is a new role, which is also very exciting. I was very open for that and liked the idea of it. Once Mark and John made clear to me that this job is about football, we never lost the momentum, and once I made a time frame up in my mind from January to the World Cup, I felt already excited, and that it suited my passion and my strive to push this group of players and to be part of this federation with such a strong record in the last tournaments to push it over the line and to try to put a second star on the shirt.
Good luck. Mark, your statement was... Sorry, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. It was a little bit flippant, that, wasn't it? I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Mark, your statement was unequivocal, really, in saying that your entire criteria, your primary criteria, was to appoint somebody that could deliver a major trophy. Is it an uncomfortable truth for you, though, the fact that Thomas isn't English?
So, Rob, we were always really clear that we wanted the very best person for the job, and we feel like we owe it to the players and the country to give them that support, that leadership in tournaments that will help to get them over the line and give us the best chance of winning a trophy in the Men's World Cup. So we feel we've done that. We feel delighted that Thomas has joined us.
Thomas, Dan Rowan, BBC. There'll be many England fans who are very excited about your arrival, given your vast experience, the trophies you've won, your pedigree. What would your message be, though, to those fans who would have preferred the England team to be managed by an English coach? And do you understand that position?
I'm sorry, I just have a German passport, but I can just tell them, and maybe all of these supporters also felt my passion for the English Premier League, my passion for the country, how I love to live here and how I love to work here. So my memories are on the highest level of that. That played a huge role. And hopefully I can convince them and show them and prove them that I'm proud to be the English manager. I will do everything to show respect to this role and to this country. And the target for the next 18 months is nothing else than the biggest one in world football, and everyone can be assured of, no matter what nationality my passport says.
What sort of person are you? Can you describe your personality?
My personality?
Your personality.
Well, maybe I try to describe my coaching personality, but I think it's pretty obvious. I'm very emotional, and I love I love what I'm doing. I'm passionate about football, and like we said before, this task and this role just brought the young me alive, and it brought back my teenage days, to get excited for such a big task, for the Three Lions, for playing matches at Wembley, for working with this group of players. So everyone can be assured that we will do it with passion and with emotions, and we will try to install values and principles and rules as quickly as possible to make the dream come true. First, we have to, of course, go through the qualification process to the World Cup, but it starts for us in January, and we will dive in completely.
Gareth Southgate developed a very specific culture within the England camp. Will you try and maintain that, or do you think you need to create your own, one that's more aligned to you?
No, we will build on it. We will build on it. I think Gareth and the FA did a fantastic job in terms of stability and consistency. Look at the last results in the tournament. It's a quarter-final, semi-final, and two finals in the last four tournaments. It's outstanding. The under-21s win titles. The younger teams are in the competition to win titles. The women team wins titles. So we are there. I think the federation is there, and it was a big part of taking that job. I am curious. I want to learn. I will have a different schedule than in club football, but it was a big part. That's the knowledge and the quality of the federation to have that at my side, and to combine it with my ideas, with our ideas. So we will build on everything that Gareth built and the FA built, and hopefully we can add a little bit of extra to get it over the line.
Thomas, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
You took an English team, Chelsea, to a Champions League final against Manchester City, who were overwhelming favourites going into that, and won. What does the prospect of 58 years of hurt mean to you? And are you relishing putting a second star on an England shirt?
Like I said, I got Mark and John made very clear that it's about football, and this excited me very quickly, because I was not sure before we had this first talk if this is a role for me like in international football, because the schedule is very different from club football. But then we found so many similarities and so many things that suited my approach and my hunger to achieve special things. I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league, and of the players. The attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters who that shapes the players, and the character of the players was one of a kind. And that's why the offer came in the absolutely right time. We kept the momentum in, and within weeks we found we found a vision to share and a project and an adventure that I'm very happy to be a big part of. And now I have to live up to it, of course. And I know that there are some trophies missing in the federation, and of course I want to help to make it happen.
You just said in a social media post, you said that you would like to put another star on our shirt.
Yeah.
You're already pledging your allegiance, as it were. A big question for Lee Carsley had to answer. Will you sing the national anthem? Does an England manager need to?
Yeah, I understood from Mark that it's a personal decision, first of all, if you sing it, and there were managers who sang it and others who didn't. I have not made my decision yet. I want to be very honest with you. Your anthem is very moving. The English anthem is very moving. I experienced it several times here at Wembley and even out with the players in a FA Cup final. So it was very touching. No matter what decision I will take, we have a bit of time until March. I will always show my respect to my new role, to the country, and of course to a very moving anthem. But as this is a new subject, I will take a little bit of time for this decision.
Hi, Thomas. James Robson, Associated Press. You said it was a goal to get back to England. Can I ask why?
Say again?
You said it was a goal to get back to England for you. Can I ask why you chose England over, say, Manchester United, who you've been strongly linked with?
Which would also have been England, but in the country. Because the idea and the way John and Mark presented it was very fast, very exciting, and it was very confidential, it was very trustful, it was very straightforward, and yeah, that was basically a decision for this job and not a decision against anything else. You will understand that I will not comment on individual players today and for sure not comment, like always, on any other clubs.